Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Say about
Action.
हिंदीতে बोलो हिंदीতে
सर आज का ये जो बेन निविस ये उद्घाटन हुआ है ये कैसे देख रहे हैं आप एक स्पोर्ट्स
साइलेंट साइलेंट
साइलेंस
Such a wonderful thing that Dr. Pranav Dasgupta, who is one of the legends of our city of Kolkata, has done to start out the Ben Nevis Diagnostic Center and Family Clinic. Because as a professional athlete, I know that preventive medicine is more important than curing an ailment. I find that most people in society nowadays only go to the doctor when they get sick. They only go to the doctor when they have an ailment like a stomach ache or a headache or they have fever or if they have an injury they go. But I think it's really important to do preventive medicine where you get your medical checkups done twice every year. My Baba, who is not only an Olympic champion but also a doctor of sports medicine, from a very young age he's always made me do my medical checkups twice a year. Once in January and then in July. And in that, the medical checkups that we do are a very comprehensive medical checkup. Dr. Pranav Dasgupta and Baba had started a clinic called the Vital Medical Center, which specialized in not just corporate medicine but also in family medicine. And in that, I was beneficial of the fact that the knowledge of sports science, the knowledge of sports medicine in the family that I was brought up in, not just with genetics but also with the quality of life, is the reason that I became a champion. I feel that great legends like Dr. Pranav Dasgupta and Dr. Vespes are doing such wonderful work for the community of Kolkata that I feel that with Arnab Dasgupta and myself, the next generation, we youngsters are born into legacy. And I would wonderfully like to extend my hand in friendship to Arnab to see as to how we can take the Ben Nevis Family Clinic and medical clinics and see as to how we can expand that all throughout West Bengal and then hopefully through the country. I think that for every young child, doing a check, doing your blood work, doing an echocardiograph, measuring the density of your bones, looking at the positives and not so positives of each individual's health. Hence you can get your medical checkup done and then design a lifestyle that can give you a great quality of life. I also feel that with modern medicine again, the longevity of life is increased. Where today, Gen Z are going to be living till they're 95, 100 years old. But for me, it's the quality of life that is more important than the quantity of life. And I think that's where we as a community must focus on with the expertise of these legends who have come forward to do such wonderful things for our community through the Ben Nevis Family and Medical Clinic.
থ্যাংক ইউ
আচ্ছা যাদের ধরো পয়সা নেই এমন লোকেদের কি চিকিৎসা করা যাবে?
হ্যাঁ, এটা অনেক ভালো জিনিস আছে. It is a very, very wonderful thing that Dr. Pranav Dasgupta and Arnab and Dr. Siddiq, who's been part of Ben Nevis for a long time now. It's a wonderful thing to come into the community and give a special medical card for the senior citizens.
সিনিয়র সিটিজেন
In that way you have
প্লেয়ার
senior citizens, sportsmen and women, both athletes as well as journalists as well as business people who are all part of sport. The criteria is that if you are part of sport, you just have to come with your ID, show what part of the sports fraternity you are in, and through that you will get a special card, a special medical card of the Ben Nevis Medical Clinic to get a 50% discount for your medical checkups. I think for me, Dr. Pranav Dasgupta, who's been a legend of our community in Calcutta and in West Bengal, he's always done great things for the community, and for him to come forward now with another scheme where anybody who is a senior citizen over 60 years of age, male or female, who is either an athlete or a businessman or woman or part of sport fraternity will benefit from this scheme. So I really am very proud of Dr. Pranav Dasgupta and I'm very grateful to him for doing some wonderful work in our community. Also, I think that as much as I have not had a chance to discuss with him much in detail where this inspiration came, I can also say that just coming out of a COVID-19 pandemic, I myself know so many athletes who not only lost their jobs, who not only could not earn a living, but also they didn't have money for just simple medical treatment. They didn't have money for a medical bed. Athletes lost their lives. People lost their lives. Not just athletes, but people lost their lives because they didn't get quality medical treatment in time. And I think that just magnifies how wonderful the Ben Nevis project is to make a difference in the community, because we're still suffering with COVID-19.
Right.
People still have coughs, people still have respiratory issues, people still have side effects from the vaccines, people still have, different strains of COVID-19 going on. So I think that in that, preventive medicine is very important. And I think that when you have great legends like Dr. Pranav Dasgupta, Dr. Pez, Dr. Siddiq here, who's done some wonderful work at the University of Havana, Cuba, it's legends like this who we should avail their expertise, we should avail their hard work. The years and years of not just theoretical study they've done in medicine, but the years of practical medicine that they've done, the number of patients they've dealt with, the number of cases they've seen. That is the magic, I think, of our Indian doctors, is that the sheer population that we live in, our doctors get to see, to be inaugurating the Ben Nevis Family Clinic and medical health checkups. And when you look at the advanced medical treatments that they have, so many. I myself was born with a mitral valve prolapse, so my cardiovascular checkups, my ECGs, my stress tests on a treadmill is something I do twice a year. Really, where my Baba was not just a Olympic champion in field hockey, but also he was a sports medicine specialist. I think that Arnab is also privileged to be born into a family with so much of legacy. I think that when you look at Dada here and what a great job he does at East Bengal and how many years of experience he has, I think that sports medicine, exactly like you said, is maybe the topmost reason I had a 31-year career. I feel that quality of life is more important than quantity of life. I feel that when you look at stalwarts and legends in the sporting fraternity, it's wonderful to see their camaraderie coming together to make a difference in the community. And I'll say this again, it's not just for athletes, it's not just for males, it's also for females and also for every single individual in the community to get your medical checkups done twice a year. Preventive medicine and preventing any sort of ailment is more important than trying to cure something. So stay ahead of the curve, stay ahead of the game. And that is why I feel like when you look at even a sporting club that is so rich in legacy, to be able to avail of sports medicine like this and enhance not just the longevity of career, but the quality of performance. Because each athlete is a commodity. Each athlete, each human being is a commodity. And I think, yes, I 100